So as I mentioned earlier, when we meet with inventors, we often need to gather very technical and very specific information regarding their implementation of the concept. What have they actually built? One question we get from inventors very frequently is, why do I need to really spill the beans and provide all this deep technical information when I'm looking for patent protection for the broader concept? And this kind of comes back to, what is the motivation for the patent system? What is the idea behind the patent system, overall? And really what the patent system is trying to do is to encourage disclosure and publication of technical information. And the way they encourage that is, as a reward for you publishing that information. Bear in mind, your patent application will publish. For you publishing the information about how, what technology you've developed, the government grants you this time-limited, monopoly, effectively for the broader concept, embodied in that technology. So it's really a two-way process, or it's really a deal with the government, where with the government saying, inventor, in reward for you publishing, your secret source, we are going to grant you this time-limited monopoly. And this comes down to the structure of the patent application. When you look at patent applications, they've really got two components. There's what I refer to as the engineering component, which is referred to as the detailed description, and the legal component, which are typically referred to as the claims. And those two, it's important to understand that those two components are balanced. The detailed description, or the engineering portion, is you, the inventor, complying with your obligation to describe, how your example or your specific implementation of your invention works. The claims, the other part of the patent application, really are the monopoly, the time-limited monopoly that the government is giving you, and that's almost the terms of a contract. And that's where we get very broad and try to cover the invention in very broad terminology. So that the patent application really has these two components: the very detailed engineering part and the legal part, which is where we get very broad and try to define the invention in very broad terminology, so that if someone implements your invention in a different way, they still fall within the scope of the patent. And patent attorneys' main value add, quite frankly, is in drafting those claims. That's what we're trained to do, is to craft those claims in a way that cover the concept as opposed to the implementation that is described in the engineering part. But we need to have both of those components in a patent application. And with reference to the engineering part, that is why we need that very, very detailed technical information about how your invention has been implemented.